So non-duality. So all there is, guess what, is this. This is all there is. This is all that's important, what's happening. There only needs to be a surrender to this. An absolute surrender. And it's not your personal surrender because there's no one there that can do it, but collapsing in of that illusion that believes it is doing it. And then life is one flow, this flow of love. Another way to say it that's more poetic, but just understand that no words are true and that everything that I say has to contradict itself because you can't find truth. You could say is all you need to do is follow the heart or follow love, but knowing that there is nobody that could follow love. I know that sounds like a total contradiction, but it's just a way of trying to say it's all about this, and this is love. So when I say you need to follow love, I'm actually trying to say you just need to collapse back into the heart of things, which is what's happening. That's the only thing that ever happens, is what happens. You can't ever escape this. You can't ever run away from it. You can't ever get out of it. You can run as much as you like to try and escape what is, and you'll still end up with what is. You can climb Mount Everest. You can go and sit on a cloud. I always used to want to do that as a child. I used to want to get my dad's ladder and sit on a cloud. You can buy 1,000 houses. You can have the most beautiful dog in the world. You can have all the money. Live in nature, whatever your dream is, and you'll never escape what's happening. You'll never escape the heart, which is, the heart is this. And this is love. What makes it feel not like love is division, is the idea that you're living in relationship to this, which isn't true. There is only this. There is no you that's experiencing this. There is only experiencing, and experiencing is everything and not a thing. Life is experiencing itself by the appearances. Everything is conscious of itself. And it's looking through these human forms. But what's happened in these human forms, because we think in a dual way, and dual means opposites, so this and that, good, bad, small, short, no, small, tall, big, little, right, wrong, we believe we're found in the world of opposites, which is something we've made up. And we believe we're found in you and me, and I'm here in relationship with you, which really the word you and me is a functioning of this body, just like sight is and sound is. The ability to speak is a functioning. It isn't reality. But in the human world, thoughts and speaking have become reality. So you really believe you are someone you can describe and someone that's moving in time, even though what's always here is presence, is what's happening, and everything you think goes into time and is imagination. We still believe that the imagination is true and correct. It's not true. Waking up can drive you crazy though, because you keep trying to find truth in words, and there is no truth in words. There's no truth in description. They can they can be helpful, they can point you to what you're not, but then you can't find what you are in words. But they can kind of point to and say, you're not this, you're not that. And tools and words have always meant to be a tool for humanity, to help us to invent things, to create things, to do things. I love words. I love speaking. I'm actually quite quiet, although that's not true. I love to speak, but I spend a lot of time by myself, so I don't get the opportunity to speak, so I just make sounds at Khaleesi. I tend not to use words because it's a pointless affair. She doesn't really understand them, so we just use squeaks and sounds like she understands the energy more behind it. You see there, I was just telling her how beautiful she was, and she was like, yeah, I know. But what I love about speaking is that it just comes out. It was so funny today. I really made myself cry with laughter, although maybe it's not funny to other people. So I was speaking to this lady, and we were speaking about taxes, and it just came. I just went, oh, I won't speak to you anymore because it's incredibly boring. I meant taxes is boring, but I don't know if she got that. And it just makes me laugh. It just comes out. This is when you speak and you don't speak, is it just comes out. Like it just comes. I think she did get what I meant, because as she's walking off, she was like, oh my God, taxes are so boring. Like she was laughing. And it really disarms people, actually, when you just spontaneously speaking, when you're not speaking with an agenda, even though the body has agenda. So I have an agenda to be liked, like I like being liked, and I have an agenda to get on and communicate. So the body has agenda. It's not wanting to create war or hatred. So, but it's just like it just dances. It just does its thing, and you're not getting involved. And obviously, I'm acting out past conditioning. So if you're a therapist out there that's saying yes, or somebody that believes that you have to get rid of all conditioning, you can't get rid of all conditioning. You're always acting out your old conditioning, and that conditioning's always being updated as well. But it's not about not acting out. You have to be as you are, with all your frailties and imperfections, and see the perfection in all of them. You just act it out, and then someone says this was that, or that was that, or you did this because of that, and then you're like, yeah, oh well. And the more that you just become yourself and just are yourself, you won't act out of nastiness, or what I call evilness. Nastiness comes when the person has an agenda, so it believes that love is in the flow, and it believes that the other person is stopping it, and then it tries to do things in order to manipulate that flow. This is when nastiness happens. This is when we get mean as humans, because it becomes so important, everything. And you feel, and you really hate the other person because you feel they're taking away your essence, they're taking away your love. So you have such annoyance and anger because of them. And then you act out something from that. You act out trying to make them feel bad about themselves, or put them down, or try and entrap them into something.